Hi, my name is Annalie, and this is my application video for a scholarship to the Market Gardeners Masterclass with Jean-Martin Fortier. We came late to farming. I farm with my husband Edwin, and we're originally from South Africa, but now we live on the Mediterranean island of Cyprus. I've always gardened and grown my own food, and I have fond memories of gardening with my father and grandfather. A few years ago, after participating in a PDC, I was really excited about teaching people how to grow healthy food and how to be kind to the earth. I'd already started an award-winning community food garden, and my husband and I had been working on renovating a property where we'd started a community center with the idea of creating a food forest and running courses for the community. We also wanted to buy a piece of land of our own where we could start our own permaculture project. We'd sold our house and business in South Africa, and we were eagerly awaiting for the funds to be transferred to Cyprus so we could fund our projects and get on with our dreams. But very soon our bubble burst. We found out that we'd been scammed out of our life savings and there was no money coming. My husband was supposed to be retired, but he had no pension fund. I knew we had to do something to provide an income for ourselves. The vacant lot where we had been growing food for the community was reclaimed by the council, and we could no longer afford to rent the property which we had renovated for the community centre. I wanted to grow food. We finally found a place and signed a short lease. The property had a fairly large backyard, and we hoped to make a start there. It didn't have a lot of space, and we didn't know how long we could stay. So I needed to do something that didn't require a lot of space and that could be moved if necessary. I did my research and I narrowed it down to either growing mushrooms or growing microgreens. In the end, microgreens won out. We started our research and development phase of the business in July 2015, and we grew microgreens for a whole year, going through all the seasons and learning how to cope with the challenges of each season for the different varieties that we grow. During this time, we were selling at farmers markets, to greengrocers, and a health food store. It wasn't a lot, but it helped. We needed to know that we could consistently grow our products to a high standard throughout the year before we could start marketing to chefs. When we did finally start marketing to chefs, our business grew steadily, mainly by word of mouth, and we now deliver island-wide. One of our chef clients kept nagging me for edible flowers, so I started supplying him from my personal flower garden. And as chefs talk amongst themselves, word soon got around that we had edible flowers, and very soon I was hard-pressed to keep up with demand. I was growing most of the flowers in large containers, which was a good thing because our lease was not renewed, and when we had to move the farm recently, we could move most of the flowers to the new place. At the new location, we have a bit more arable land, and we feel we are ready to take the next step and progress to market gardening. We are already delivering to the kitchens of some of the best restaurants and hotels on our island, and it makes sense to make use of this already established market by supplying them with some of the specialty salad greens and root vegetables and herbs that they're asking for. Our space is very limited, so we will have to farm very efficiently. We've been studying your book, The Market Gardener, and following you on YouTube, and we believe this is the smartest way for us to farm. Your book is an invaluable source of information, and we believe that winning a scholarship to the Market Gardeners Masterclass would help us get ahead of the game faster and cut out a lot of trial and error and enable us to be more profitable much faster than if we were just learning from the book. After all, we're not so young anymore, and time is not on our side. I'm a visual learner, and I think the videos will help us master the techniques much more effectively. We could also really improve on the systems and management side of the business, and I think this is where your course can help us to be a lot smarter in the way that we are planning and running our farm. Early on in our farming journey, we joined a program similar to woofing, where young people from all around the world can come and stay with us, experience our island, and help us on the farm in return for work experience, cultural exchange, and mentorship. This has become an important part of what we do on the farm, and we would like to inspire young people to take up the noble vocation of growing organically and regeneratively. So Jane, we hope you will help us on our journey to become good market gardeners and mentors by awarding us a scholarship to your Market Gardening Masterclass. We want to create a market garden that is profitable, educational, regenerative, and a delight to all that visit us. We hope that you will grace our little island of Cyprus with your lovely scholarship, and we hope we will have good luck. And thank you so much for this opportunity.